Cultural differences should not separate us from each other, but rather cultural diversity brings a collective strength that can benefit all of humanity, said Robert Allen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nothing can be said except thanks to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for blessing and mercies to make our life better. May salawat and salam praise our Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, who has guided us from the darkness into the brightness era of this day. Good day to the honorable adjudicators and to all audience. My name is Gera. I'm from Mansatu Ciamis. It is a very great pleasure for me in this remarkable opportunity to deliver my speech about individualism as a threat to Indonesian multiculturalism in a modern age. Ladies and gentlemen, one question before I begin. What do you think is a key to a success of a country? Is it natural resource, human resource, or cultural wealth? Or do you have any opinions besides all of that? Well, I personally think with all of the things I said earlier, it could be wasteful if we do not try to protect what has been given to us. And to protect what we have can not only be done by ourselves. Instead, we need to work together. We know exactly that Indonesian people are well known for having strong togetherness and the attitude of being friendly, caring, welcoming, and kind to everyone, even to a stranger. We even have our motto of gotong royong or mutual cooperation. And as a nation that has multiple cultures, we also have a motto Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, or called Unity in Diversity. Therefore, it's important for us to understand in advance that we already have these crucial values since our ancestors, and we can feel the benefit from it. However, in this globalization era, we could see a rise in individualism. This might feel like a recent phenomenon driven by millennials, the ultimate me generation. In this type of culture, people are seen as independent and autonomous. There is no government and no military in their life. Just a world where everyone does their own thing and nothing is done for the good of the whole. If you come to big cities in Indonesia like Jakarta and Surabaya, you can feel individualism influencing the daily life of Indonesians. It is dangerous because it will negatively impact the multiculturalism in Indonesia. So why exactly then individualistic culture could be a big threat to a country, especially in Indonesia? Here I will tell you a few. The first one is decrease in unity. It contradicts the motto of us, which is unity in diversity. When communities of series of self-focused individuals, it can sharply affect unity and cohesiveness of the group. Each individual might tend toward emphasizing their cultural differences and then might result with overall disharmony. The second one is lower empathy. People in individualistic culture are by nature more self-interested, which means they might become careless about what is happening around the nation, about what is happening around them, and lack of wanting to protect Indonesia's wealth. And the last one is reduced sense of support. People in individualistic communities might feel more isolated and alone with their support of their immediate family or friend. These citizens lack a deep and complex web of connectedness. The ignorance they have could easily be influenced by the current trends are not so important and good. See, it is a big deal. Why? Because it can affect to our culture. Slowly, our own culture will be forgotten. So, what should and what we can do to prevent those bad things? Well, we can start with the very easiest and closest to us, which is ourselves, right? I know each of you is surrounded by so much cultural wealth, be it in a language, art, or any others. And to preserve, it doesn't have to be in the museum only, but we can embrace our culture in our daily lives. For example, teach your local language to people who are not from your region. Learn your customs and try to cook it. And maybe give a storytelling of a background of your culture to other people. Ladies and gentlemen, in a conclusion, we need to be grateful and thankful that we are born in a nation that has multiculturalism. Therefore, we need to be able to look after it so that our culture won't be stolen by other nations. However, this collectivism doesn't. You do not need to feel like it's a paranoid and restrictive culture that individualism is not allowed to thrive. Do not let it fade your culture and collectivism, because Allah didn't create us to be individuals, but designed us to be for togetherness. End of my speech. Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakil. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.